Alright, today we're going to talk about the cell cycle. So all cells go through the cell cycle in order to be able to replicate to new cells. Cells need to make new cells. Your body makes new cells for two reasons. One is for growth and the other is for repair. All of you in here are bigger than you were 10 years ago when you were toddlers. There's more cells in your body. Cells in your body divided in order for you to grow. Your cells also divide whenever you have an injury. So they grow for repair. You get a cut on your skin, cells are going to grow more quickly where you got that cut in order for you to heal. Once you've reached adulthood, usually for most people, it's somewhere between the age of 16 and 20, you'll have reached your final adult height. Cells aren't doing much growing anymore then, but they'll still divide in order for repair. Things like skin cells are almost always constantly replacing themselves. Your skin's your protection against everything in the environment. If cell growth is not controlled, if the cell is growing too rapidly, can lead to cancer. There's lots of different things that can go wrong for cells to grow out of control. But if they're growing too quickly and not doing whatever their job is, then we've got cancer. When it comes to the cell cycle, our cell cycle is going to have 3 stages: interphase, mitosis, and cytokinesis. Is everybody done with the top part? If you need to write on your flap to have enough space because there's more information than fits, that's fine. So an interphase has 3 parts. There's G1, the cell grows and develops and is doing whatever its little cellular job is. The heart cell, it's beating. The nerve cell, it's carrying information. The skin cell, it's providing protection. During the S phase, the DNA is replicated. S stands for synthesis. The cell is making new DNA. Then in part 3, G2, all of the different organelles are being replicated. So there's enough to go into 2 new cells. some of the cells in your body, things like nerve cells, brain cells, have a phase called G0. It's a resting phase. They're not doing any more growth and development, kind of like they're taking a break from the cell cycle. That's why people who get in car wrecks, damage their spinal cord, or a brain injury don't always recover because most of your nerve cells don't grow anymore. They're not a part of the cell cycle. And if they can't grow, they can't repair themselves. Medicine's trying to figure out how to make them do that, but at the moment we're not there. Alright, second part of the cell cycle is mitosis. Lots of things happen in mitosis, but it's one of the shorter parts of the cell cycle. Interphase is the longest. Takes the cell a long time to grow and develop and replicate and make organelles. In mitosis, the nucleus divides, and the DNA within the cell is then separated into those two new nuclei. There's four parts of mitosis: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And in your second foldable, we'll talk more about all those in depth. Last part is cytokinesis. This is the shortest one. Happens very quickly. In cytokinesis, the cytoplasm is divided between the two cells, and the cell membrane pinches the two cells apart. When we talk about the cell cycle today and the rest of this week, we're going to be talking a lot about chromosomes. And after semester exams, we'll be spending a lot of time talking about DNA, which is a major component of a chromosome. Human beings, unless you are not normal, you have 46 chromosomes. There are people out there with different numbers. These are people with chromosomal disorders.
Yep. I'm not doing my presentation. No, I'm just got something like changing.
Oh, okay.
It'll shut and it's not
Oh.
like changing.
Our chromosomes are going to be found within 23 pairs. You got 23 of them from mom, 23 from dad. Here is a sketch of a chromosome. The dot in the middle is called a centromere. Each half is a chromatid.